Hi everyone. In the last session we had talked about different type of number systems like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Now in this session we will talk about irrational numbers and real numbers. But before looking into what irrational numbers are, let us discuss rational numbers in a slightly detailed manner. Now, according to the definition of rational numbers, all the numbers that can be represented in the form of p by q are known as rational numbers, where p and q are integers, that means they belong to the set of integers, and the denominator q should never be 0. So these numbers are known as rational numbers. So let me take examples of two rational numbers. For example, 5 by 2 and 10 by 5. Okay, so both are rational numbers and both are fractions. So convert 5 by 2 into decimal value. So 5 is the dividend and 2 is the divisor here. So 2 into 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 cannot be divided by 2, so we'll place a 0 here and a point here. So 2 into 5 is 10. So the remainder is 0. So if you analyze this fraction, this division of this fraction, that is 5 by 2, what you observe is your remainder is 0. Your quotient is 2.5. So the decimal part of the quotient terminates and the division process ends successfully, giving the remainder as 0. So these type of decimal numbers are known as terminating decimals. Terminating decimals, where the decimal part of the number terminates at some point as well as remainder becomes 0. Now we'll look into 10 by 5. If we divide 10 by let us take the example 10 by 3. So if you divide 10 by 3, what we will get as quotient? 3 into 3 is 9. Remainder will be 1. Okay, you cannot divide 1 with 3. So take 0 here and put a point here. So again, you'll have to take 3 here. 3 3s are 9. Again, you get the same remainder. And again, you have to follow the same steps. Put a 0 here. So 3 into 3 will be 9, and again you end up getting the same remainder. So this process will be continued. So what you observe here is the division of this number 10 by 3 gets into a loop, and every time you end up with a remainder 1, and the decimal part does not terminate, as well as the digit 3 keeps on repeating itself. Okay, so what you observe here, remainder is 1, that is it's not equal to 0. Your quotient is 3.333 something, that is the digit 3 in the decimal part keeps on repeating, so we'll express it as 3.3 bar. Bar is kept over the number that repeats itself or the block of digits that repeats itself. Here in this case there is only one digit that repeats itself, so we'll keep the bar over that particular digit. So it's 3.3 bar. So what you observe here is that the decimal part never terminates, as well as a single digit or a block of digit. In this case, a single digit repeats itself, and your remainder in such cases will never be 0. So such decimal numbers are known as non-terminating recurring or non-terminating decimal numbers. So we saw an example of terminating decimals. We saw an examples of non-terminating recurring decimals. So both these terminating as well as non-terminating recurring numbers are known as rational numbers. So rational numbers have terminating as well as non-terminating recurring decimal values. Okay. Now There is one another category of decimal numbers which is known as non-terminating, non-recurring decimal value. Let us take an example. For example, square root of 2. For calculation purposes, we approximate the value of square root of 2 as 1.4 or 1.41. But actually, if you see, square root of 2 is equal to 1.4142135 something something. That means the decimal part never terminates, nor do you have a digit or block of digit that repeats itself. So these type of numbers are known as non-terminating as well as non-recurring decimal numbers. Non-terminating, non-recurring decimal numbers. Another example is pi. The value pi is approximated as 22 by 7 or 3.14 for calculation purposes. But the actual value of pi is 3.14159 something something. So similarly, here the decimal part neither terminates nor repeats itself. We have further examples like square root of 3, square root of 5, square root of 6, square root of 7, etc. So these numbers where decimal part neither terminates nor does it repeat itself are known as irrational numbers. So if you see irrational numbers are all the numbers that are not rational. That is, it cannot be expressed as fractions. That is, it cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. It cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q, as well as all the non-terminating, non-recurring decimal values belong to the set of irrational numbers. So this is the basic definition of irrational numbers. Okay. So what are real numbers then? Real numbers are the combined set of rational as well as irrational numbers. So rational numbers and irrational numbers together form real numbers. The real numbers are denoted by capital R. Rational numbers are denoted by capital Q. And irrational numbers are denoted by capital P or sometimes as R minus Q. That is, set of real numbers minus set of rational numbers will give you set of irrational numbers. Fine. Okay. So, can we summarize the different type of number systems? Fine. So, the first number system that we saw was natural numbers. Natural numbers contain all the positive numbers excluding fractions like 1, 2, 3, etc. Then we saw whole numbers. So whole numbers contain all the natural numbers as well as additionally it contains 0. Okay, so what you see here is natural number is a subset of whole number. That is, natural number is totally contained in the set of whole number. Next was integers. So all the whole number is contained in the set of integer, and additionally they have also negative numbers like -3, -2, -1, etc. That means natural number is a subset of whole number and whole number is a subset of integers. Next we have rational numbers. That is, integers are a part of rational numbers, and additionally rational numbers also contain fractions like 3 by 4, 1 by 2, etc. as well as all the terminating and non-terminating recurring decimal values. So what you can say here is integers are subset of rational numbers. Then we have irrational numbers denoted by capital P. For example, root 2 pi, etc. So rational numbers and irrational numbers are two disjoint sets. That is, Irrational numbers are all the numbers which are not rational. So there is nothing common to both. So if you see Q intersection P, that is the set of rational number intersection the set of irrational number, will always be an empty set. That means they both are disjoint set. There is nothing common, no element common between these two sets. Okay, and rational numbers as well as irrational numbers combined together form your real numbers. That is, the set R is equal to rational number union P. That is, the set of rational numbers union the set of irrational numbers will be your rational numbers. Okay, so I hope this is clear. We'll meet in the next session with some different mathematical concept. Thank you.